Hi everyone, it's Az here from HeelvsBabyface. Now this video, I fully admit, goes probably against a little bit of common sense, but sometimes you just gotta do that, you know? Today, and I'm not gonna give this any traction, I'm not gonna link to it, I'm just gonna mention, today, a hit piece came out about Star Wars and involved people like Geeks and Gamers, Nerdrotic, Drunk 3PO, Ryan Kinnell, and these type of people. And it was about the rise of the alt-right and how hatred took down Star Wars. Oh my God! Oh my God. Now, admittedly, 2017 called up and said, hey, hi, can we have our hit piece back? This is something which is ridiculously out of date and very oddly timed. And you have to say to yourself, why would a hit piece come out which, from a source which has got no traction whatsoever, suddenly gains a little bit? So you have to think to yourself, this is probably unofficially sanctioned by certain people in certain places. Why would it come out at this specific juncture in time? Well, I think most of us here can probably answer that question amongst ourselves, but I'll just briefly say, of course, the recent upheaval since the revelation of Luke Skywalker at the end of the second season of The Mandalorian, when people, including myself, were suddenly on a massive high. A massive high. Oh my God, are Disney actually trying to give us the Star Wars that we want? And within a couple of days, that was destroyed and annihilated, with Pablo Hidalgo attacking Star Wars' biggest fan on YouTube. The logic involved in that is so dumb, but we've been through that. And then, of course, Gina Carano, the business that went on with her, the absolute haranguing that went on with her, the false statement that Disney came out about her, and then, of course, the fallout was hilarious because just mere days later, Kathleen Kennedy does her Oscars speech about whamming, about we need more whamming. I've just fired an independent woman, but we need more whamming. Just displaying utter hypocrisy. He got so downvoted that for a time being, when they turned off the comments section and the likes and dislikes ratio, people moved to other Oscar videos to do the same. To say, hey, you can try and silence us here, but we'll go elsewhere then. It was rather funny. And then recently, of course, we had Bob Chapek dodge like an absolute coward the Gina Carano firing issue, particularly when other members of cast, Pedro Pascal, have said, at least on parity with what Gina has analogized. Is that a word? If it's not, it should be. With no consequences to them. Showing that there's a clear political bias between the two. One fell on the right side of history, one didn't. One had an independent mind and wasn't afraid to express it. Whether you agree or disagree is irrelevant. It can't be one rule for one and one for another, but it is. So suddenly, when Disney are on the back seat, they're getting absolutely haymakered, left, right, and center. A hit piece comes out attacking Geeks and Gamers, Ryan Kinnell, Drunk 3PO. Then it ropes in people like Ben Shapiro and Itchy Backer and other people like that, tries to rope them all in as some sort of major conspiracy theory. The Quartering is another, of course. Major conspiracy theory that these people created such an amount of hate that it destroyed the sequel trilogy. Are you fucking mental? Are you fucking mental? Let's put this in some easier to understand context for a moment. You have the Roman Empire. The Roman Empire, and it's spread all throughout Europe. They're building roads. There's a Valheim reference for Mark. They're building roads. They're moving into other countries. Let's just call them franchises. And you want to tell me that a dozen people giving out their opinions on the internet caused the world of people who want to watch Star Wars to go, oh my God, I'm not going to go see that film. Do you see the absolute lunacy in that logic? Lunacy. Tippity tap tap lunacy. Could they have some influence? Absolutely. How much so? Minimal. When we make our critique videos, none of us are under the illusion that we're making monumental changes here. When we discuss hashtag cancel Disney Plus, for example, which I did and many others did as well, did we do it because we thought, oh my God, we're going to bring Disney Plus down? No. No, it was a simple act of us saying, you're no longer going to get our money. You're no longer going to get our money. Disney Plus will roll on. The programs will roll on because we are such a minuscule few. And the vast majority of people that will watch Disney Plus will go to the cinema, will likely buy a few Star Wars toys here and there for the kids, or maybe collector's items. Well, I say collector's items. For them, collections to go into. Normies, they ain't going anywhere near this sort of video. They're not touching this video at all because they're just getting on with shit. On the screen right now, we have the box office for The Force Awakens, Disney's first major film in the sequel trilogy. People were excited. There was a huge buzz. And then when we went to see it, I gotta say, the vast majority of the reaction was positive. You know, people started to, a few weeks later, say, hey, don't you think this is a little bit of just a reboot of Star Wars? It kind of just goes beat by beat, does exactly the same things. And you can be like, yeah, you're right. Okay, but it was still fun. You know, even though Han Solo got killed. And then people would go, what about Rey? She just suddenly got a lightsaber and can do everything. But you're on a high. You're excited. And you're like, well, you know, she was letting the Force in. She was letting the Force in, and maybe she kind of got like a Force adrenaline surge, was able to fight back an injured Kylo because they were shot by Chewbacca. And then when that wears off, you know, then we're going to have to get to the training and the whatnots. 2.066 billion at the box office. That's brilliant. That's brilliant. The Last Jedi. The Last Jedi. 1.333 billion. A massive drop off This shouldn't be dropping off. This should be accelerating. Why was there such a monumental drop-off? Jeremy at Geeks and Gamers. That's why. Fuck off. Do you know how fucking stupid that sounds? It was Ryan Kinnell. He shouted, and no disrespect to Ryan, at the time probably had about a few hundred subscribers. Not thousands, a few hundred. Ryan's channel started getting traction during the Last of Us Part 2 debacle. Same with Drunk 3PO. Probably had a few hundred subscribers at best. At best. Jeremy had on D-Day Cobra had less than 100,000. Doing well, don't get me wrong. Video's doing well. Jeremy at the Quartering, few 100,000. Are you trying to tell me that group of people knocked $700 million off The Last Jedi box office? You are fucking mental. Mental. These hit pieces are so laughable, so try hard. Do they discuss anything about Disney's treatment of the fans? Do they discuss anything about Disney attacking the fans? No, they don't. And word of mouth got round very quickly indeed with The Last Jedi. That a lot of people saw it on release when it first came out. And then when word of mouth got round, this is fucking shit. This is really divisive. Some people are saying they like it. They're called liars. And then other people are saying it's donkey shit, which it was. Absolute shite. Disney created that problem. Not Jeremy at the Quartering. Not Ben Shapiro. Not Drunk 3PO. Disney. And then, of course, Rian Johnson attacked and attacked and attacked fans. Couldn't help it. And then years later, of course, Rian Johnson comes out, says didn't even care about Star Wars. Didn't care about Star Wars. Didn't care about the characters. Didn't care about the lore. I just wanted to make my own film. But that's somehow a Geeks and Gamers issue now. Okay? That's a Quartering problem. That is insanity. And then Rise of Skywalker barely hit 1 billion. And although in a bubble, 1 billion is a great figure, this is a disaster for Disney. And why did The Rise of Skywalker do so poorly? Well, you could attribute it to numerous reasons. First of all, the fallout from The Last Jedi. They'd lost a lot of fans because of that film. Secondly, the production looked like a disaster. A disaster. We're bringing Palpatine back. We're doing a bit of this. We're going to here, there. We don't know if Kylo's good. He's bad. He's up and down like a freaking yo-yo, like a horse knickers. We're going to put that in. It just seemed like we've got a gazillion starships, and they've all got Death Star lasers on them. Holy shit! Looked like shit, sounded like shit, and audiences were kind of like, yeah, I'm gonna pass. I'm gonna pass. But that is Jeremy at Geeks and Gamers fault. That is Jeremy. All Jeremy and Ben Shapiro and Ryan and Drunk and The Quartering and Nerdrotic. It's all of them. It's all of them. Midnight's Edge, etc., etc. All of them. Knocking hundreds of millions of dollars off Disney's bottom line. Go fuck off. That's insanity talk. Insanity talk. And this is why, of course, I really shouldn't do this video. I should just let it die. But I can't, because I see the absolute mental insanity of these people, and I have to laugh. I have to laugh. But wait, there's a voice in the distance. But as a sequel trilogy goes on, as it goes on, it's going to lose money just by the law of averages. Oh, okay. By the law of diminishing returns, I meant to say. Oh, okay. You meant to say that one as well. Okay. Well, I mean, Infinity War did a stonking 2.048 billion. Great. That is a great number. And then Endgame. Oh, that did let's just round it up because it's so close. 2.8 billion. Well, it probably did that because, you know, Ryan Kinnell wasn't saying anything on his YouTube channel. Or Geeks and Gamers didn't do a video. Or the gazillion videos, Quartering, I've got to call you out on this, that the Quartering does on Brie Larson. That stopped people from going to the... Oh, no. Oh, no. No, it didn't. Not at all. Because these were fun films that people liked to watch. With likable characters and a storyline that they're invested in, that they wanted to see the conclusion of. Hit pieces are hilarious because hit pieces expose the person who created them. Because they're non-objective, they're simply laid out to discredit. And I gotta say, no one's gonna give a fuck about this. No one. Not at all. Because logic in the vast majority of people will prevail. If QAnonic conspiracy theorists, they might enjoy it for a day or two. Disney failed because Kathleen Kennedy's a fucking disaster zone. Because Star Wars has been mismanaged from the start, with the wrong people in charge and a lot of wrong people employed. And then you got people like Favreau that are doing their best with The Mandalorian to actually make fans have something they want, and his work gets pissed on by Kathleen Kennedy and these bunch of fucking morons that want to attack the fans, destroy characters that are beloved, and plant pathetic, bland, vacuous heroes in their place. With no personality, with no growth, with no likability. But hey, that's Nerdrotic's fault. That's Gary's fault. Fuck you, Gary. Oh, my God. Star Wars is fucked because of Disney and no one else. They are the makers of their own downfall. They can't keep their mouths shut. When the greatest thing to happen to Star Wars Disney happened at the end of last year with the return of Luke Skywalker, Pablo Hidalgo couldn't keep his fat mouth shut. Couldn't keep his mouth shut. Had to have a stab at fans. They are the poison. The poison is in the company. Fans have every right to voice their critiques. Fans have every right to say and to call out bad behavior from Disney. And fans have every right to support somebody like Gina Carano, who did absolutely nothing wrong. But hey, let's slip out a hit piece from 2017 in 2021 that's complete and utterly dated and feels stupid, and call that. Let's try and deflect. Fuck off, Disney. You're a joke. You're a joke. There you go. I just need to get that out of my system. Hope you enjoyed the vid. If you did, do give it a thumbs up and also subscribe to the channel. Follow me on social media and YouTube for live streaming. Links are in the description box down below. I'll be back with some more stuff very soon. You take care. Bye for now.